Hello Electrifiers, it's me, Nicola Hume. Now today we're going to be having a little look at the all-new Citroen e-C4X. It's the all-electric 5-seater, what is it? What are we calling it? It's because it's not an SUV and it's not a hatchback. As a sports utility hatch. There's no hatch. Saloon UV. Saloon SU hatch you saloon. Don't know. Okay, so essentially what we have here is a bigger version of the Citroen e-C4 hatchback. It's got the same 46 kilowatt hour battery, it's got the same front wheel drive layout, it's got the same power, same bits underneath. It's just a bit more practical, I guess, but in true Citroen style. They haven't just made it taller and boxier and SUV, but they've also given it a big old bum, which is kind of what's caused the confusion as to whether it's a saloon, whether it's a hatch, whether it's an SUV. Nobody quite knows what class to put it in. But I do have to say, it's very interesting looking, and we like that. We like interesting looking electric cars, we do. I mean, if you look at it, it's not exactly sort of sleek, but it's distinctive. It's unusual. I mean, the wheels look quite small, but they're still 18 inches. They are standard across the range. You look at the front, you've got that sort of big old face standard LED headlights. It's a lovely looking car. I mean, you do have big overhangs here at the front, same at the back as well, so it doesn't make it look very lean, does it? But the rear end is just that little bit longer, so it makes it a little bit more aerodynamic. So actually you've got 222 miles of range compared to the regular hatchback version, which isn't bad really, considering it's quite a small 46 kilowatt hour battery. Oh, and heat pumps are standard. Can't go wrong, can you? I mean, it's hard to believe that the bits underneath this are the same as what's in a Vauxhall Corsa electric or the Peugeot E208. Let us know what you think. Yeah, pop a little comment down below. Oh, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks. Now you'll recognise pretty much all of this interior from the e-C4 hatchback. It's basically the same. So you've got a 10-inch infotainment screen here in the middle that's all very nice and crisp and clear, and then you've got the screen here for the driver's display that's got all of your driver information. One thing I have noticed is it's a lot of piano gloss black everywhere. And this is a dust collector. Look at this. It gets so dusty. Dusty down here, dusty on here. That bugs me, that does. It's just dust everywhere. Although I do have to say, storage is pretty good in here. So you've got like a bit down here, chuck some stuff in there. There's a bit under there as well. Chuck some stuff down there. Phone charging there, that's a £150 option, by the way, if you want wireless phone charging. And then you've got a little bit down there where you can put your, what would you put in there? Polos or something? Coffee in there. Chuck some stuff in there. Look at this. Decent glove box. What's this? Oh, this is the smart tablet support, isn't it? I've seen this. I don't know how you're supposed to attach it though. So it's like for passengers, you can put your iPad or whatever in there, and then that goes on there like that. Hang on a minute. Let me hang on. No, wait. You do that. Yes. That's good, isn't it? You have to have your own iPad or tablet. But that's really cool. I like that. I mean, in here, it's not too bad, is it? I also have to really give a good shout out to these seats. These are Citroen's advanced comfort seats, and they are made with your back in mind, which I do think is very, very important, especially as you're getting older. They are extremely comfortable. I sat in here and my bum was instantly happy. Instantly. #happy bum. Also, the rear seats have got a decent amount of space back there. I mean, you would expect that though, wouldn't you? Because it's a bigger size compared to the hatchback. The biggest change though is actually in the boot. Let's have a look. Right. So back here, it's actually got a lift back rather than a hatchback. Now the boot, I kid you not, is huge. There is actually space underneath the boot floor for like charging cables and stuff like that. There's no frunk in this car because this actually isn't a bespoke electric car, although it is only going to be available in the UK as an EV. But look at this. I say look at the size of it. When you film with cars, Sometimes it's really tricky to film a boot because it's really dark in there and it's quite hard for you to get perspective. So I'm going to have to get in it, aren't I? It's 510 litres. You're not going to take my word for it, are you? I'm going to have to. Okay. 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 Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. No way. No way. That's a lot of space. So you know what I was saying about Citroen sort of doing their own kind of Citroen-y thing when it comes to the styling? They've kind of done the same when it comes to the driving experience, because this is a bit like driving a pillow is probably the best way to describe it. I mean, they haven't tried to sort of out-Porsche a Porsche. Instead, they've created something incredibly soft, incredibly comfortable, and very, very relaxing. So the suspension has like extra cushioning on it, and then that on top of the seats makes it really soft in a really nice way. I mean, it's not fast. This thing will do 0 to 62 in like under 10 seconds. So it's not designed to go fast. This is designed to help you chill. And also what helps you chill is this. It's the nicest sounding indicators in the world. I've always said that about Citroens. I will forever say that about Citroens. Oh, that sounds so nice. That sounds so nice. It's like, hey, I've had a busy day. Everything's all sort of rushed off my feet. I sit in this car and I relax. It's quite nice, isn't it? It's quite nice to have a car that's designed to do that. This car isn't designed to make you rush and go quick. I mean, yes, you have drive modes, which you can select down here, so you can opt for sport if you want to. I mean, it's not really sporty, but you can opt for it if you like, or you've got normal, or you can go down to eco, which is mostly what I've been driving in. It's quite nice. It's very pleasant. There's quite a bit of wind noise though, I can't lie. I expected it to be a bit quieter than this. I think because it is so comfortable and so soft and so smooth, I expected it to be a bit more silent in here, but it's not. And the steering is actually quite light. There's not as much feel to it as I would personally like. Also, can I just say as well, the pedals, I don't know if it is just me, but I'm feeling like I'm really having to lift my foot to get on top of the brake. Like I'm having to lift my foot to push on the brake rather than just a switch between the two. That might just be a personal preference, so make sure you try before you buy. Take this for a little test drive before you get one. But look, I'm very chilled and I'm very relaxed right now. This steering wheel is quite nice to hold. These seats are really lovely and comfortable. It's perfectly fine. There is also regen braking, which you access by pressing the B button. So you press B. You can't sort of change the levels or anything when it comes to the regen braking. You literally, it's just B or nothing really. Let's see if it kind of does full one pedal driving. There's no one behind me. I've got my foot off the pedal. It's quite slow to slow down, but we're slowing down. Are we going to come to a stop? Are we going to come to a stop? Or are we going to a creep? We are going to a creep, a 5 mile an hour creep. Not a complete one pedal driving experience, but it's fine. The regen braking is fine. I always prefer something that's got a bit of, you know, with flappy paddles and you can change the levels of regen braking, but it's perfectly fine.
Interesting that the e-C4X gets a relatively small battery at 50 kilowatt hours, with 46 of those being usable. That makes the 222 mile WLTP range pretty impressive, better than the e-C4 hatchback sister. As for charging, well, it's fine. So 100-ish kilowatt DC rapid charging and 7.4 kilowatt AC is standard, with 11 kilowatts as an option. That means that you'll get from 10 to 80% charge in just 26 minutes on a big enough rapid charger, but don't forget that the battery is relatively small, so you'll only be adding around 119 miles of range. Mind you, if you only need to get home, and that's 50 plus miles for a 10-minute splash and dash, that's quite reasonable. There's nothing particularly spectacular here, other than that this drivetrain is in lots of other cars, so it's well known.
As it stands, this is currently listed as the same price as the e-C4 hatchback. Yeah, Now all the e-C4Xs are all kind of the same when it comes to the motors and the bits underneath, so the price actually comes down to the equipment and bits that you choose for the car, of which there are 3 options. You have the Sense, the Shine and the Shine Plus. Now all the models, as standard, we've got LED headlights, heat pumps, dual zone air conditioning, etc. And then if you go for the Shine or the Shine Plus, then you get additional things like heated steering, more driver assistance systems, tinted windows, etc. But it's all basically exactly the same as its little brother. Oh, and you also get 3-year, 100,000 mile warranty and an 8-year, 100,000 mile warranty on the battery, which is all pretty standard stuff, really. So there you have it, the Citroen e-C4X. It's a quirky little thing, isn't it? I say little thing, it's bigger than the C4 hatchback. I do have to give a shout out to Citroen for making them the same price. You're getting more practicality without any of the price gouging. I love that. It's a lovely looking thing. It's not getting me mega excited, but it's a lovely, soft, easy breezy car to drive and very nice inside. I mean, it may suit your life perfectly. If you want to know any more information about this car, go onto electrifying.com, or any of this car's rivals. We've got all the information there as well. It's what we do. We're there to help. See you next time.